Hey everybody, I'm over at the terrace house, just trying to get some video of all the pollinators this morning. This is my milkweed. I believe this type is the fancy type. I'm not like a milkweed pro, but it's obviously the pink one. I have a different one down there that I'll show you guys here in a minute that I was told is the swamp milkweed, and it has a thicker leaf. And so I think this one is either the common pink milkweed or perhaps the fancy milkweed. It does have like the white little inner flower, which that's why I want to say it's the fancy one. But anyway, stopped by to pick up some mail. Just thought I would do a very quick walkthrough. Let's check out the coneflowers. Got a couple of coneflower shrubs here. Or not shrubs, but you know what I mean. Not sure of the exact variety of this. If this is like the native one or a cultivar or like a reseeded hybrid, I have no idea. Same here with this one. These flowers seem a little bit more pale than that one that I was just looking at, but it doesn't have the drooping kind of ballet form, but those do. I'm thinking of the pale coneflower, if you know what I mean. So, oh, and then this is that thicker type of milkweed that I was telling you about right here. So I think this one is the swamp type. And then this is either more of that same kind that I have down there, or I was thinking it was seedlings of this type, but now that it's getting bigger, it's definitely not looking the same as that one. So here's my cosmos. They are now blocking my path, so I'm gonna have to go around rather than through the little cobblestone pathway. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and try to mow over here and get a lot of work done on this particular garden. But today, like I said, I just stopped to pick up mail, and I need to go over to my work garden and get a bunch of stuff done over there. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. But before I do that, just a quick video of the terrace. It's about probably close to 11 a.m. So the 4 o'clocks are closed up. But they do have flowers on them now. So if I could get over here early enough in the morning, I would show you guys that. Got some nasturtiums also interplanted in there. Those are not looking great. I mentioned before, I think it's because they just haven't had enough water. I don't think I showed you guys this on video yet. I got some lavender on clearance. Do you remember me talking about how I feel like this cat mint is maybe not a big enough variety to fill up this whole space? And so when I saw this lavender, I just scooped it up because it was super cheap. It was like $2 a plant. So I thought, why not? I'll just interplant lavender. That's what I had it originally intended to put there anyway. And that'll help that area to fill out some more. Lots of flowers on this dark blue salvia and my black-eyed Susans. We have the orange ditch lily or Asiatic lily up there. That's what my potato vine is looking like. I'm planning at some point this summer or fall to dig up this grass out of here, and I'm thinking I'm going to transplant that to my the rental house, either that or the work garden. But I've decided that I want to put native grass in here if I have any grass at all. So I'm going to take it out and just see what I feel like without the grass in there. And then if I do want grass in there, like I said, I'm going to replace it with probably prairie drop seed or little blue stem. Lamb's ear is looking really pretty, bordering in that second terrace. You can see I have a pink hibiscus open here. I'm thinking I'm going to transplant that hibiscus to my work garden. We'll see. I have a spot at the work garden that's like pretty wet, and I know that those like water, and on this terrace it really doesn't get any supplemental water right now until I move back in and I have running water again. So that one in particular has struggled. This one over here has done better, and then the one on the end over here has done better, but it doesn't have any blooms yet. But this one that's like right in the middle, that one has always really struggled every year. It's actually looking better this year than it did last year though, so maybe I'll leave it, we'll see. What else? Well, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll do a better video tomorrow after I get some work done in this area, but just wanted to catch a quick video since I'm here. Not even sure if I'm going to post this. Gosh, look at that. Hang on. I just saw two things I want to look at. This, let's see, what was this called? Toad flax? I'll have to look back at previous videos, but I planted this little flower here in the spring, 3 of them, and those are just reflowering. So far, they've pretty much been in flower since spring. I think I cut them back, and I figured that was probably it when I did cut them back, and now here they are just blooming again. Oh, how interesting. These blooms look pink back here, whereas these ones look purple. Is this different plants? I wonder if I had more than one plant. Oh, I bet I did. This does look like, yeah, this, I don't know, maybe. Hang on. It seems like it's all coming from the same plant, but this is clearly purple, and this is like clearly pink. Do I have pink and purple in the same plant? I do. No, wait, that's pink. Oh my gosh. No, I do. Wait, no, I don't. I can't tell. Anyway, it kind of looks like maybe there was 2 plants in the same pot, because I bought 3 of them, purple, 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 and I never saw any pink flowers before, but there is definitely pink flowers here. And if I follow this all the way down to the base, I mean, it all seems to be coming out of the same, I don't know, clump or crown. How weird. I'll have to look into this a little bit and see if this kind of plant is known for, you know, making both types or both colors of flower, but that's interesting. And then this little coneflower right here, I don't remember planting that there, so I don't know if that's a seedling or like, you know, reseeded. But the other ones are quite a ways over here, so either I planted that there and just forgot about it, or who knows, maybe a bird spread it or something. Here's my dahlias. I do have some that are about to open. I should say some of my dahlias. These appear to be some sort of light color. Again, I don't really remember what I planted here, but I have a feeling that those might be the Cafe au lait. But I have a lot more dahlias that are up there along that back wall. In fact, I'm going to try to make my way up there and check on their progress. There's a cute little bee. Let me see if I can sneak up on him. There he goes. well, he flew away, but oh, there he is. Now he's on the coneflower. Okay, let's see if I can make my way back here. Okay. It's hard to walk without stepping on stuff. So we've got one dahlia here. No buds open yet, but it's pretty tall. It's probably about 2.5 feet tall. Couple smaller ones. Well, a few. So I see 3 stakes over there. There's at least 3 dahlias. I don't know if that might be one. We'll see as it gets bigger. Trying to zoom in on the bees. That's pretty. I'm standing in the shade right now and there's a nice breeze, so it actually just feels really good. I'm feeling pretty burned out this year. I think that the stress of like wanting to get back in our house and nothing happening, and also trying to like maintain this garden with no water, and trying to start this new garden at my work, and also you know, just like doing the garden over at the rental house, trying to decide what I'm going to do with that. It's a lot, and I know that I put all this on myself, but it's that time of year where it's like really hot and the motivation is low to get out there and sweat and do stuff. Especially when I don't have any investment in the rental garden because I'm going to be leaving there soon. And I had thought about making it beautiful and then leaving it that way, and then, you know, people in the future would enjoy it and stuff like that. But then I also thought about, they could just rip out all those plants, decide they don't want to do that, or he could rehire the people that come and spray and cut back everything just to keep it all looking, you know, landscaped, like shrubs, mulch, that's it. And so if that were to happen, that would just be a waste of my effort and my money. So I haven't talked to him yet. I'm also trying to decide, do I really want to try to take on maintaining a property as like an additional job when I'm going to have my own garden here once we're back in our house. Plus I'm going to have my work garden to worry about. And my boss did tell me that, you know, they could allocate some money to me for maintaining the garden as well at work. So, you know, if I focused on them being my first and biggest client, because it is, you know, going to be a big garden, and I do want to make a good impression, and hopefully if I'm successful at it, you know, I can get some other clients or something in the future to maybe do some garden designing or, you know, maintaining or something. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in the future with gardening. I know I want to make it into a business somehow. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling, losing my thoughts. Anyway, I haven't decided if I want to really maintain this rental house, because it would only be while it's unrented. My next door neighbor there told me that basically as soon as we move out, he expects it to get rented really quickly. And if that's the case, then the landlord would not be paying me to maintain it during that time. During that time, the renters will be responsible for maintaining it. So it'll be completely under their control and their decision as what they choose to do with those plants. And I just don't know if that's worth it. Like, you know, like I said, they could just decide to tear them all out, or they could just do nothing and just let it get overgrown and, you know, whatever. If I take all those plants with me, I can maintain them either at my work or my own home garden. And so that money and time that I put into those plants wouldn't be wasted. So I'm still thinking about what I want to do with that. I think I'm starting to lean toward just taking all those plants and putting them in my work garden and focusing on my garden here at this house and my work garden moving forward. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Just kind of thinking out loud. Okay, guys, I better go. I've got to get to my work and do some actual gardening. I'll talk to you later.